Let me ask you a strange question. If your future self, lying on their deathbed, could send you a message back in time, what do you think they would say? It's a heavy question, right? It's not just a silly thought. It's the one question that stopped me in my tracks years ago and forced me to look at the life I was building. It made me realize a scary truth. I was living in a beautiful cage that I had built myself. I want you to imagine something. Picture a clean, white hospital room. You can smell the cleaning supplies. A clock on the wall ticks loudly, counting down the final moments. In the bed is an old, tired version of you, and they are filled with regret. They are thinking about the life they were too afraid to live. This isn't just a story. A shocking study found that 76% of people in their final days have the same number one regret. It wasn't about money or a failed career. The biggest regret was, I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. 3 out of 4 people get to the end of their life wishing they had been braver, wishing they had followed their own heart. This is what I call the deathbed perspective. It's like a truth serum. It makes you see what really matters. But most of us only see this truth when it's too late to change anything. I learned this when I was 28 years old. I felt stuck. I had a good job on paper, but I wasn't happy. I felt like I was following a script that someone else wrote for me. One day, I found a small book written by a nurse named Bronnie Ware. Her job was to care for people in their final weeks of life. She wrote down what people talked about at the end. And when people know they are about to die, the masks fall off. The things they thought were so important, like job titles, promotions, and buying more stuff, suddenly seem pointless. They're just distractions. In the end, all that matters are a few simple, honest things. The biggest regret, by far, was not being true to themselves. Not one person said, I wish I'd worked more hours, or I wish I'd bought a bigger house. Instead, their regrets were about love, connection, and real happiness. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. They missed watching their kids grow up. They missed spending time with their partner. They traded precious moments for a paycheck. I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. They held back their true feelings to avoid arguments, and they lived a life that felt small and sad. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. At the end, they realized how much they missed the laughter and support of their good friends. And the saddest one of all, I wish I had let myself be happier. They realized happiness was a choice, but they were too afraid of change to choose it. Reading this felt like a punch to the gut. I realized I was on the exact same path. I was building a life that my future self would regret. Here's the big mistake we all make about regret. We are so afraid of trying something and failing. But the pain from trying and failing goes away. It becomes a lesson. The worst pain, the kind that lasts forever, is the regret from never trying at all. It's the nagging feeling of, what if? I'll tell you a personal story. When I was 19, I had the chance to study in Spain for a year. I said no. I was scared of falling behind in school, scared of being lonely, scared of the unknown. I chose the safe path. Today, I don't remember the classes I took that year instead, but I am haunted by the adventure I didn't have. The pain of what if is real. We treat our life like a practice run, but here's the tough truth. It's not. This is the real thing. The pages of your life are turning every single day. So what if the rules we follow are wrong? What if waiting to feel ready is the biggest risk of all? We tell ourselves, I'll be happy when I get that promotion, or I'll be happy when I lose weight. Does that sound familiar? It's a trap. It's the I'll be happy when lie. I waited for years to follow my passion. I thought I needed to be perfect first,
But the perfect moment never came. When I finally started, I was clumsy and scared. But a funny thing happened. The joy wasn't waiting at some finish line. The joy was in the messy process of trying. It was in the small wins. It was in becoming a person who wasn't afraid to try. As the famous writer Mark Twain said, 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you didn't do than by the ones you did do. So how do we break free from this trap of fear and regret? I use a simple method. I call it the LEAP method. L. Listen. Listen to yourself. What do you secretly want to do? What makes you feel jealous of other people? That jealousy is a sign pointing you towards your own desires. What do you do that makes you lose track of time? Follow that feeling. E. Embrace imperfection. It's okay to be bad at something new. Your first try will be messy. That's not just okay, it's beautiful. Life is not about being perfect. It's about being real. A. Act. Just start. You don't have to feel ready. Clarity comes from doing things, not from thinking about them. As Steve Jobs said, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Take one tiny step today. If you want to write, just write one bad sentence. That's a start. P. Prioritize experiences. Choose memories over things. In the end, you won't care about your fancy car or your big TV. You will remember the trips you took, the laughter you shared with friends, and the moments that made you feel alive. Spend your time and money on experiences that become a part of you.